Hey guys, it's Frozenballz here. Today we're going to be talking about update 19, Specters of the Rail update that just recently dropped. Now I know a lot of people here are confused about how the new void farming goes. This video will try and cover those points and make it a bit easier to explain how exactly void farming and using the void relics works. So previously the system which we had in place was we would do missions and we would get T1 through T4 keys. You would use those keys, one person would host the key, they would go into the void, they would farm, they would play the objective, and once they played the objective, they would exit and they would get the reward at the end of the mission itself. There was a lot of RNG tied to that system, which meant that you could go 10 runs, 2 runs, sometimes even 200 runs, till you got the part which you were looking for. Added on top, that system also had a lot of RNG to it, and a lot of unwanted rewards as well, in the form of keys or Orokin cells or something else like that. People want to go into the void, they want to farm for the parts which they need and then come out. The new system that has been implemented using the relic system is a little bit more complicated versus what we're used to, but it is much better in the long run in terms of farming for parts, farming for the exact sets which you need, etc. So the keys have been replaced with relics. First things first, these relics can be farmed on maps like Hyricon, Triton, Tikal, survival nodes like Draco, interception nodes, and all that kind of stuff. The farming for relics is still the same process as it was before, where instead of calling them keys, they are now called relics. So now that that's out of the way, let's explain how these relics actually function. All your keys which you had previously have been converted into relics. In order to actually get a reward out of a void fissure, you need to have a relic equipped. The way you do this is when you select a mission with a void fissure in it, it will state what kind of era the key is from or what kind of era the fissure is from. So whether it's Axi, Meso, Lith, etc, etc. There are currently 6 types of keys per era, and those are unrefined keys, so to speak. So say you start a mission with a Lith era. You have the choice to choose out of 6 different keys based on what reward you're looking for. Say for example, you're looking for a Fraggle Prime handle. Now you would look at all these keys. You would have the Lith V1, F1, F2, S1, S2, and A1 key. Out of all of these keys which you see, you're going to look at the rewards which they drop, and based on the reward which you're looking at, you can pick the key accordingly. So say for example, we want the Fraggle Prime handle, we will choose the Lith V1 relic. With that selected, we will start the mission queue itself. Now, if everyone wants a reward from the void, everyone has to carry their own relics. Each relic and its possible rewards basically means everyone has the option to choose a wide variety of rewards. So it won't be a situation of people just keep getting Forma over and over and over. It allows people to define what kind of rewards they're going to be getting. Now, you can take this one step further. They've added a new resource, which is called Void Traces. When you start up a mission to close the fissure itself, so enemies that spawn which you kill drop Void Traces. From what I understand, you can use a Necros to gain more Void Traces out of the enemies that you kill, but it seems to have some sort of a cap as well. I haven't actually fully tested that aspect yet. You take these Void Traces and you can modify your keys using these Void Traces to skew your chance of getting a rarer reward. There are 3 different levels. So say for example, you've got a Lith V1 relic and you want to get a Fraggle Prime handle. Initially, the odds are very, very low. To fix this, all you would do is use the Void Traces to refine it further. So you could use either an Exceptional, which is 25 Void Traces, Flawless, which is 50, and Radiant, which is 100, which increases the chance of a Fraggle Prime handle to drop by up to 50%, which is a big chunk. But here's the thing, it doesn't stop there. It increases the drop chance of a rare piece by 50% and reduces the drop chances of the common stuff by about 25%. So that means overall, your chance of getting the part which you're looking for skyrockets. Now imagine if you have a full squad with 4 people with Void Traces or on their keys, and when you complete the mission, you've got 4 chances of getting that rare reward which you're looking for, as opposed to what we previously had, where it would be 1 key and you would just keep playing the mission over and over like a brute force tactic, just to hope that the game would be nice and not bend you over a table and just give you the reward which you're looking for. This system is definitely much better than the previous system we had because it has reduced the overall grind to actually get the parts which you're looking for by a massive amount. However, just bear in mind, it might also have an adverse effect on the marketplace prices for Prime sets as well. Depending on how many keys people have and how kind of farming people do, this system also potentially has the issue of farming for ducats. Now, I know a lot of people had the same idea as well about Ducat farming becoming 4 times slower, etc., which if you run the numbers, it is 4 times slower. However, just a quick point for people until this is changed or nerfed or whatever, Meso C1 relics have 2 chances for Saturn Prime systems, which are a 50 Ducat reward, and they're common drops. So if you want to get farming for those Ducats, you go do that Meso C1 relic reward, and hope that you end up getting a bunch of Saturn Prime systems, which you can sell for 50 Ducats each, and get your Ducat stockpile back up again. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to ask me in the comments, or you can come to my Twitch when I'm streaming. You can ask me there as well. I'm more than happy to answer the questions. I think that's about it. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I do appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.